taught you to hunt, yes?
Yes, sir.
Then show me what you know. I am hungry. Feed us.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Which way?
Your hunt. You tell me.
Only fire when I tell you to fire. Hey, what's up, guys and girls? This is Midori, and I'm back with another episode of Joe Midori. Now, obviously, as you can see, today I am doing Kratos from the new God of War on the PS4. Now, today I'm starting off the same way I always start off, with the skeleton mannequin, and the video is sped up 1,000 times, over 9,000, and this piece is pretty interesting. I wanted to convey his rage, and I got a screen grab from one of the in-game footage, and I feel like it's one of the best shots from the original E3 trailer. So I decided to do this piece based on that. I wanted to really capture Kratos' rage. Now, in terms of his design, he's totally, well, I wouldn't say totally, but he's pretty much different than his, I would say, Roman/Greek interpretation of him. Now, lately, Nordic mythology has been really popular. You got TV shows like the Vikings, and you also, there's the Thor movies. So Nordic mythology is on the rise in terms of popularity, and I feel like that's one of the reasons why they decide to switch up the lore with God of War. I mean, it's still, I haven't played the game yet, but from what, just by looking at the trailers, it's still connected to the original God of Wars, the first 3 games in the trilogy. But at the same time, it's going in a different direction. Like, it's sort of like a soft reboot for the PS4. Now, back onto the drawing. Pretty much this from the screen grab that I grabbed, that I'm using as a reference for this piece. The graphics, and based on his 3D model, it was at a sort of a weird angle. The camera angle was at sort of like a 3/4 view. So I was trying to capture that in this drawing, trying to make sure I get the measurements just right. Even though I feel like his right arm, it altogether came out a little bit off, but the funny thing is, it was off in the trailer. So that's another thing. As any artist out there, you have to be mindful, even when you're using reference or inspiration from any other drawings. You also got to use, you can't just completely turn your brain off. You have to use your own eye and judge what looks right and what looks wrong, because if you're completely copying from one artist to the next, you're gonna make that artist mistakes. So keep that in mind. Now, I'm just gonna let this video play out for a bit, and I'll be right back. Do it. Now, boy. Off the ice. Welcome back, guys. And this is part 2 of the video where I start off the Copic phase. Now, as always, I always start off with a light first layer, you know, just to get the base color down. Now, I had a very interesting dilemma with Kratos. Boy, oh boy, Kratos, he is very ashy. I mean, extremely ashy, and I'm trying to figure out how the hell do I convey that in a drawing. Now, the thing is, what's very different from him from the original series is that even though he's still very much ashy, he needs some serious lotion, but you know, in the original one he was completely super ashy, like super white altogether. But in this, I see that they try to make him look more human in tone. So he has like sort of like he's not just straight up white, he has like a sort of a pinkish peach tone under his white skin. So it was really a challenge to try to figure out, you know, how I'm going to convey that with Copics. And you know, I'm still, you know, even though I've been drawing a long time, I'm pretty new to Copic markers. I've been using it for about, I'll say 2 months now. Seriously, 2 months. And what I figured out was that I didn't have a gray light tone in Copics, but I have a brand called Bingyu. It's a Chinese brand. So I started off with Copics with a light layer of this peach color, and then I layered on top that light gray tone with the Bingyu markers, and I feel like it came out pretty okay. I feel like if I had a brand in Copics in that color gray, it would have came out even better in tone, because the Bingyu wasn't really playing nice with the Copics. It was really rough, like it wasn't being smooth. It was hard to put down, you know. So I had to go over several times with the layers, just to get it to a point where I felt like the skin looked right to me, you know. So it was a challenge, a new challenge. I'm glad I faced this challenge, you know, because I learned a lot from it, you know. Even though with this drawing I made a lot of mistakes, you know, I'm a pretty humble artist, you know. I don't feel like I don't need to improve or anything like that. Is no matter how old you get or how good or famous you get, there's always room to improve. And I feel like if you don't try to get better, regardless of age, regardless of talent, then you're always going to be stuck as an artist, you know, continue to do the same thing over and over again, you know. So, but yeah, the piece was coming out pretty good. I felt like I was conveying the rage, you know. So I really like it. I had fun with this piece, and I wouldn't mind doing more, you know. Like right now I'm really getting used to alcohol based markers, and it's really fun. I really enjoy it a lot more than I do colored pencils, you know. As I'm getting old, like rendering for hours, this piece took about what, 4 hours. So rendering for hours, after a while my left hand starts to hurt, you know. Like before, when I was younger, I used to could draw 8 hours straight without any problems. Like 32 now, so it's like those early signs of arthritis start kicking in. So, you know, but yeah, not to mention I have I'm also a light diabetic, so that plays a part too. Alright guys, this video is coming to an end. Kratos, really appreciate you taking the time to join us for this piece. I appreciate it. Also, another thing that's pretty new to me is using the Jelly Roll whiteout pens for dramatic effect. So initially I wanted to do it similar to the in-game footage where it's like snow in the background, but I changed it from snow to rain. I just felt like it was more cooler to do raindrops wet in the rain, him in his rage, instead of just snowflakes. Snowflakes is too common. Guys and girls, remember to give this video a like, or a thumbs down if you don't like it, if you didn't like what I did, or but be sure, if you're new here, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I also have an Instagram with the same name, Midori's Art page. I will be doing more, guys. You guys and girls have a great day. Boy!